Hi everyone, it's Jaden with Refusing to be Mediocre. Today's video is about how to turn your pain into fuel to use you to drive you towards your dreams. As many can relate, last year was a tough year. I think we all had a tough year for different reasons. Some people it could have been financially impacted for various reasons, not necessarily just what's going on in the world at the moment. For me, my biggest challenge last year was when my relationship ended. That was a tough breakup. It took a lot to overcome, but I really used that pain of the breakup. Obviously I went through the emotions, but I actually used it to drive me to change my life. Like, it was a big wake up that my life wasn't what I wanted it to be. It wasn't where it wanted to be, and I certainly knew it wasn't where I was capable of having it. That was the biggest factor. Like, it was knowing that I could have done more up to the point that I'd got to in life. And my breakup was just kind of like, I felt like it was like a shake up from the universe of like, come on, you gotta change your life. You are more than capable of doing it, and I'm sure people watching this are more than capable of creating the life that they want. But the point I'm trying to get to is people have commented recently that I could have, like many, let that pain kind of become me. It could have took over my whole life. I could have gone on a downward spiral. I could have gone into a depression quite easily. I was, as with any breakups, I was grieving heavily, and I made sure I felt those emotions. Like, I didn't try to push them down or anything. I made sure I felt all those emotions, but what I did at the same time was took action towards creating a better life. And I also put a lot of effort into my fitness. It is a good way when you're angry or upset. It is good fuel to go running or weight train or stuff, and I found that really useful to put it into a positive. And when people start recognizing that, it's literally nearly a year later, and you feel like at the time that no one kind of like is aware of your progress. I'm not a big sharer of what I'm up to either, so it was probably hard for people to realize or relate to the actions I was taking. But a year later, I have completely turned my life around, and it is a completely different life. And my physical health and physical body is insane. Like, I wasn't really overweight. I was just kind of like one of those like skinny fat body weights. But I don't think at first I was consciously aware that I was trying to change my body. It was only when I just started eating better, because I was aware that I could have gone on a downward spiral, especially like a depression one. So I was aware that eating certain foods can just kind of like speed that up. So I made an effort to eat better and try and keep my mood as high as possible at that time when I was struggling so much. But yeah, I changed my body because when you have a breakup, it can be a confidence knocker, and for me it could have been so easily a confidence knocker. So instead I used that pain to make sure I was more confident in when I start a new relationship, or even start going out dating when that's actually going to be able to happen. But what I'm inviting people to do is, if you're in a low place right now, and I know so many people are, and so many people are the future is so unknown to many, what I invite people to do is use that pain, use that unknown to create the life that you want. You ultimately are in control. I know that the economy and stuff has an impact on people, but you still have the power to create your own dream life. And now is as good of time as ever. If anything, is the best time, because as we have all become aware is that job security really isn't that secure. I think it's now's the time for us to stop just working for other people if we don't enjoy it. It's great if you enjoy it. Like, I would never recommend people to, create their own thing if they have got that security and they're enjoying it and it's everything that they can ask for. But for many, they're unhappy and they can't just sit in that unhappiness rather than using that pain to fuel change, is the word I was looking for. So, and people will start noticing it. It might take a year, like it did for me. I've had a few people comment literally within the last month, I would say, which is odd. It's like I'm glowing different or something, that I turned my life around, and no one's dismissing the pain, but they're recognising the change, and they're recognising that I chose to, at the darkest points, take massive action, because I knew that if I could take action when I was obviously upset, really heartbroken, really sad, I knew that I could take action in any other state. Like, it was being able to push through when really I could have just laid in bed, as much as I don't want to admit, cry, eat crappy foods, feel sorry for myself. I chose, for the most part, to take, I literally immersed myself in changing my life. Like, it was like a full commitment. I was just like, do you know what? I sacrificed a lot for that relationship, and not to go into too much detail, it was like, what for, when obviously it ended. So I was like, I am now going to chase everything that I spoke about chasing for the last 10 years, and nothing's going to get in my way. And it's that kind of full dedication that will have you overcome any kind of pain that you're in right now, any kind of uncertainty. If you just go at it like a bull, you will achieve great things, and everything is just aligning so amazing in my life right now. And it doesn't come from, you can't just sit and wait. You can't just be like, well, give me a sign first, or give me this and then I'll do this. You have to take the first step. I think there's a quote that says, jump and the universe will kind of catch you. It's having that belief of, it's having like the faith, should I say, that it will work out, but you have to take the leap first. You just have to. And I know it can be scary, but it does work out. It really does. And I heard that over and over again. I sat on my ass for 8 years and didn't do much. So I get that this is just some more words, but I hope that these today just prompt you and encourage you and inspire you to just take the first step, create the life that you want. So yeah, use that pain, use it to fuel you. Don't just sit in it. Don't let it consume you, and don't let it become you. Like, feel it, go through it, close that chapter, and create a new life. And that's what I encourage everybody to do. So I hope that was motivating, and I hope that gave you the kick up the bum that you might have needed. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.